This is Gragas. Gragas is thick. I love thick. And this is KDA Gragas. He's thicker. That's why I will be mastering him for 8 hours straight. Why 8? Because it's the thickest digit. And believe me, whatever happened from hour 3 to 4 is something you don't want to miss. Let's start with the mini guide. First of all, Gragas is a very versatile champion. You can play him top, mid and jungle with 3 main different builds: full tank, full damage and AP bruiser. For runes you can take phase rush, grasp or electrocute. Some people also play dark harvest or first strike. AP bruiser and full tank builds are usually played on top with phase rush and grasp respectively. For jungle and mid you want to build more offensive than defensive, since most of your interactions are against squishy ranged targets, especially on mid lane. Therefore your Q poke and one shot potential become very valuable. Personally, I much prefer top lane AP bruiser Gragas with phase rush. I think it's much more fun and skill expressive, but I will experiment some with jungle and mid lane too. I will evaluate my skills based on 3 metrics: laning, teamfights and champion knowledge. Before the challenge I think my skills look like so on Gragas. Now let's dive in. I was not doing bad for my first game. I started with a mana crystal against Warwick. I will stay under the tower and farm safely from there. Huh? This biscuit saved me hard. I was doubting that rune, but I'm picking it every game after this. A bit later I found myself in a good situation to attempt my first bomba. I took a chance to throw him under my belly and... fuck you. Oh, you too. Another clash a bit later. I'm panicking a bit, but I did my first bomba. I will recall in peace now.
Oh, hello, yeah!
I still died despite my super cool dodge. But hey, I was not doing bad at all. I could stand on my own and my combos were solid. Well, I would never miss my EQ combo. After failing combos a gazillion times, I took a step back. I started doing something easier: EQ flash, and it worked. That's a step forward. I picked up some more kills in teamfights, but I was not satisfied. These plants were very annoying to deal with, and I was sloppy, not walrus though. I still managed to peel my ADC well, but holy fuck, Gragas is thick. I got a bit tilted and my performance went downhill. I was moving like a drunk man in this fight, and we lost shortly after. Looks like I got a reality check on my skill level. Here is how I would rate them after the first game. Okay, I'm going to perform better in this game. Mundo can never touch me. Fuck. Anyway, I got a very well deserved kill after a gank, so I got confident. Very reasonably, of course. A bit later I got in a 1v3 situation. That's where Gragas shines. Just ult them away and run. Fuck. Okay, I am not going to mess up this time. Twitch is on a 700 gold bounty. Get in range. E, Q, flash. I don't know how I am failing to Q during E, but this ult compensates it. And the shutdown is mine. But the fight did not end there. I got a few more kills, and where the fuck did Thresh go? A bit later, I found out he gave up, or he was baiting me to Twitch. One way or another, the rat exploded. I got so hyped after I pulled that off. Then I had another moment to shine, staying out of vision and ulting a Fed Wager into a Katarina's dagger. She followed that play well. I did not mess up my E flash combo and we won the game right after. Maybe I'm not that bad at Gragas. As you already noticed, I'm now using a timer to track the time properly. Yup, absolutely correct. Wait, did Scorch just give me a kill? It's the best rune ever! Over the next few games, I became a lot better mechanically. I missed less and less ults as the challenge went on. I started micro optimization too, like charging my W while Zed is flying to hug my manly belly. I also got a spear in my fat ass. I still own the lane, catching him off guard with my ult a few times, but how the fuck did I hit a minion here? You might think I got really good at Gragas, but that's because of editing. I also did a lot of drunk man fighting. I was very inconsistent, and that's exactly how my games were going. Big plays and troll plays back and forth. By now I have 2 wins and 3 losses. Not the greatest start, but holy shit, Gragas is fun! And what I have for you right now is nothing less but a pure cinema. This game is probably going to be harder than the previous ones. As my friend said, Hecarim and Seth are Diamond 1 and Master in solo queue respectively. It did not start bad for us. My jungler came, killed Hecarim, and we are now winning 3-0. A bit later I got a kill 1v2 and then Lee Sin kicked one more kill into me. and I got another kill in a minute. I was styling on this Heka, smoking them hard. It's 7 to 8? What? I was standing tall like a tower until it was 9 to 11. I was terrorized when Set flashed in my face, and then Heka hit me like a plane. I got my revenge by bombing Set and stealing a grub. Then Heka beat the fuck out of us in 2v1, but I survived. That's when I realized the game was very satisfying to play. Let me explain. Here, I camp a Bosch. He does not expect it, base checks, and gets chunked a bit. Now he expects my E in this Bosch, so he tried to bait me by getting in my E range and backing off instantly. I recognized the bait, so I did not E. He then let the wave pass to see if I would go for it. I did not. He's still careful because he knows I might have held my E, so he waited for his E for the extra move speed to sidestep my E in close range. I read that too, and I used my E mid-range, catching him off guard. He does not have E and ult, so I chase him down, W to prep for engage, and E from far away. It's not going to hit unless I flash. He predicts the flash intention and turns back to dodge. I also predicted that, did not flash, and got my well-deserved shutdown. Crazy game. They were not high elo for no reason though. Hecarim kept dodging my E's really well. I also had a few unfortunate events, and he scaled into a raid boss. We came really close to losing the game, but we managed to hold on for now. Heka tried to backdoor in a bit but failed. Then we got in a Drake fight, won it, and now Set tried to backdoor. Literally the Avengers assemble moment here. But holy shit, we could never kill Heka in a normal scenario. That guy was just toying with us left and right. I got a pretty cool recall though. We advanced a bit after our turrets respawned, but we could not find an opening to end the game. Then this Baron fight happened. Not only did Lee Sin steal the Baron and lived, but we also got a few kills. Then I whiffed my combo and Jinx got caught. We still got an inhib though. Now we had to make a terrible choice. Stay and fight for Elder, but Heka might backdoor? Or split and risk getting in a 4v5 situation. Backing off was not on the list. They getting Elder is an automatic loss. We chose the latter. Syndra backed, we stayed, and lost the fight. They started Elder, and Lee Sin almost clutched the situation again. We managed to stall the game before their Elder ran out, but then they got Baron. We stalled the game some more, and right before their Baron ran out, there was a massive fight. We absolutely won it. Aced them, and now we got the Elder. Pushed to their base, another massive fight, we got Orianna, I outed Misfortune into us, and Lee knocked them all up. We were winning till we were not. Jinx did clean up the fight, but Heka cleaned up Jinx and ran to our base. We are going to lose after all this, I guess. Unless Syndra clutches? Holy shit, this game is a non-stop roller coaster. We fought one more Baron fight in a bit. We got really lucky and we won the fight. And finally the game is won after 48 long ass minutes. The next games were not as intense. Gragas was picked by the enemy team, so I went on to play the chill game with a very simple champion. I basically spun my way to victory. After that I switched back to my dead bot. I died a few times, then I got a bomba kill. Then I died again. Then another bomb. Bro, again? How? I guess Gragas is indeed very thick. Not that thick maybe. Anyway, I was becoming more creative with my kit. For example, ulting Kayn out of wall into the tower. He flashed away, but that was still cool. I also knew my damage better. Before, I would have queued Cho'Gath just to secure the kill, but now I know better. I could queue MF and get both. However, I still failed here and there. Nonetheless, I kept trying new combos and mechanics, like ulting Kayn into my Q. I missed it, and I tried to push him in with my E, but he flashed away. I got to do it against Cho'Gath though. He did not walk directly into the bush, so I pushed him in with my E. In the next game someone asked me to go live on Twitch, but I told him I was doing a video for YouTube. Hey there buddy, crazy how I beat you handily fair and square. I did not get 2 life-saving ganks and live with 1 HP twice prior to that. Jinx also did not snipe you across the map after you killed me. GG easy noob. I have been playing for over 7.5 hours by now if you count that one game I forgot the timer in, and I enjoyed every bit of this. I liked top so much I never looked down to mid, but I did try to play jungle once for the final game. In the jungle, everything changes. Since you are jungler now with plenty of damage, you have a lot more agency on the map. You are a lot squishier with longer cooldowns, but no one withstands the belly slam. And I mean no one. Everyone just explodes, including Nexus. So, what are my thoughts after 8 hours of Gragas gaming? Fun! Gragas is fun! He might have a really low skill floor, especially on mid, but his skill ceiling is up there with one of the hardest champs in my opinion. That's how I would rate my skills at the end of the challenge. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. Would I play him more? Heck yeah! I grew a beard, and I enjoy beer after despising it for 20 years. Even my girlfriend is happy now. This fat ass cured my erectile dysfunction. That's why I have not uploaded in a while. By the way, big videos coming up in the near future, including a Master ADC main coaching me for my upcoming ADC challenge. Subscribe and turn on the notifications to not miss the videos. For now though, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.